Hey everybody, what is up? Fourth Seraph here. Today we are going to talk about the Infinite Warfare trailer and the Battlefield 1 trailer, and why do people hate these so much, or hate one so much and love the other one so much? Well, I think that we can look at an example in politics to realize why the Infinite Warfare trailer is seen as kind of the worst thing ever, and the Battlefield trailer is seen as the best thing ever. And I think specifically if we look at the Democratic presidential race, Hillary Clinton, like Call of Duty, should be the easy choice, right? If you looked at this even a couple of years ago, everyone thought, man, Hillary will come after Obama, she will easily win, or at least easily get the Democratic nomination, no one can stand up to her, she is the giant in politics, but she has had such a hard race, and Bernie Sanders is seen as almost a savior, this amazing thing, because in contrast to Hillary, he seems like the most amazing thing ever, and in reality, I think both of these things have been skewed a little bit, because if you notice the demographics of the voters that are most opposed to Hillary and most for Bernie, they tend to be younger voters who express opinions on social media, are talking, are more vocal about their opinion, and all that sort of thing. And I think it is similar with the Infinite Warfare and Battlefield trailer. It should have been easy for Call of Duty, right? It has been this giant, it has sold millions and billions of copies and dollars worth. It is worth so much. It is the giant when it comes to video games. It has dominated the first-person shooter market for years, and it should have been just another big release where they made a lot of money. But people have just come out against it so vocally, been hitting it so hard on social media and different stuff, and talking about, oh, it's going to be so disliked, and really hyping up the hate for it like I think people did for Hillary Clinton, because if you look actually at Hillary and Bernie's views, they're not super drastically different, similar to how Battlefield and Call of Duty have historically not been drastically different games. Now, these ones are slightly more different because Battlefield is going back to World War I, Call of Duty going even more futuristic, but in terms of play style and things like that, they are not that drastically different. So why is one so hated and one so loved? Well, Battlefield timed things perfectly. Call of Duty comes out, people are not super excited about space, so they start vocalizing their hatred for this thing. Now, the Activision CEO has actually come out and said that pre-orders are up, that the actual like ratio per view ratio is still pretty good, although the dislike ratio is extremely high. So a lot of these people, I think, disliking it are not saying, I'm going to stop playing Call of Duty, I actually hate this game. They're just saying, I wish it wasn't in space, because it seems as if this game will still sell a lot of copies, which is what Activision is banking on. So it doesn't seem like there's actually a lot of hatred for it. It just seems like a lot of people kind of want to see how high that dislike number can get. They're hopping on the bandwagon and saying, other people are upset about this, I'm going to be upset about this, I'm still going to buy it, for whether it's actually for Infinite Warfare or whether it's for Modern Warfare Remastered. Whatever it is, it still seems like it will be successful, which if it was really so many people totally against this game, it would not already be selling well months prior to its release. Same with the Battlefield trailer and the positive reviews. Now, I think both of the games actually had pretty entertaining trailers, pretty cool trailers, things that intrigued me. Now, of course, it's different than a movie because it's not just about what you watch, it's about what you will actually do, because it is an interactive experience. But I think that these games will actually both be good. In fact, I'm probably looking forward more to Modern Warfare Remastered than I would be to Battlefield 1. But people, after all the hate of this Call of Duty thing, thinking it's so bad, I mean, think of being your first time seeing the trailer and you go on and you see 1.4 million dislikes, so many people thumbing it down. You have to go, oh, this is going to suck. This is going to be terrible. And from the get-go, you are not going to be thinking positively about the trailer, and you are more prone to dislike it. Then going to see something like Battlefield that is so drastically different, the complete opposite, instead of going into the future, going way into the past, and seeing that, you are more prone to like it, especially because everyone's been talking about that is what Call of Duty should do. This is what it needs to go back to. But to be honest, I don't think that these likes and dislikes are actually super indicative of what games will be the most popular or even sell the most. Actually, Call of Duty 5 World at War, which is my personal favorite Call of Duty, there was a lot of dislike toward that when it came out as well, and even the CEO has said also for Black Ops 2 that there was a lot of dislikes, which is true as well. But Call of Duty 5, everyone thought we've gone into the modern era, we're doing this, why would you go back to World War II, this is done, we're sick of this thing, and it turned out to be a very good game. Now I know some people don't like it, but it is still regarded pretty well in the Call of Duty community, and hopefully we will get a remastered video or a remastered version of this. Hashtag World at War remastered, please. And so I don't think that this is really indicative of Call of Duty failing, anything going bankrupt, Activision having to stop production of Call of Duty, or any of the crazy things that people have been talking about. It is just a video that people love to hate. It's the same thing. How many people are talking about how they hate Hillary, but yet she is still doing very, very well. It's actually interesting because Saturday Night Live did a video about this where people are all sitting around a table talking about how much they love Bernie and how much they hate Hillary, and then it goes around to each of them, okay, who are you going to vote for? And then they all say, well, Hillary, of course. And I think that is what will happen. People at the end of the day will be upset about this, but they will still buy the game, I think. And hopefully, though, I don't think the point of this is to get Call of Duty to stop, to get Activision to say, oh man, this is a game series that people don't want anymore. I think the outcry should be, hey, Activision, next time, let's try going back to the past. Let's go back to World War II, something that people have been saying since Infinite Warfare. And so, hopefully, at least with the next Treyarch game, we'll see with the next Sledgehammer one, they might be too far in production already of an Advanced Warfare 2 to change anything, but hopefully Treyarch, now that they are possibly done with the Black Ops series, can go back and do a World at War 2, a World at War Remastered, something like that, and go back. That's really the point of this. It's not the Call of Duty apocalypse, it's not anything like that, and it's not everyone switching from Call of Duty to Battlefield. In my opinion, I think that Call of Duty will probably still outsell Battlefield and still be more popular, despite the fact that Battlefield has gone back to that, because there's more to a game than just the time period. It's also about the playstyle, all the other aspects of it, story, and all that different stuff that Call of Duty has pretty much always been winning at. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you next time.
Divert and deploy all available assets immediately.
Holy shit!
Let's get to the